Wall Street is ready to call it a week. Every single session this week brought wild swings in equity as well as oil prices. Now, the second reading in GDP helped sentiment on Friday, but the details were not all that great. Also, oil futures spiked up to multi-week highs. So let's wrap up the trading week and get ready for the weekend. Here's your closing bell happy hour report. Earlier in the session, all eyes were on U.S. economic data. Now, that data showed that economic growth here in the U.S. slowed in the fourth quarter, but not as sharply as initially thought. GDP rose at a 1% annual rate instead of the previously reported 0.7% pace. But there was weaker consumer spending as well as inventories being higher than expected. And the final consumer sentiment for the month of February came in at 91.7, which was lower than 92 in January. And personal income in January as well as spending rose about 0.5%. Now, the core PCE, which excludes food and energy, rose 0.3%. Also, in the 12 months through January, the core figure posted its largest rise since July 2014. And overseas at the G20 meeting in Shanghai, China's top central banker said Beijing would drastically weaken the yuan and argued officials have sufficient tools to support their slowing economy. Now let's take a look at the equity averages ahead of Friday's closing bell. And in company news, JCPenney shares soared 10% after the department store chain delivered better than expected earnings and an upbeat profit forecast. Separately, Kraft Heinz gained over 2% on the session after the food giant posted better than expected quarterly profit and revenue. Last but not least, Monster Beverage fell over 2% after the energy drink maker's quarterly results disappointed. Over in the FX markets, the dollar soared after economic data pushed back some recession fears. The weekend is here, and that means we can all take a breather and make sure to get some R&R ahead of next week. That does wrap it up for today. Have a great weekend.